Welcome into Extra Time. Thank you very much for your tweets. A lot of them had a very similar sentiment directed at a Mr. Marcotti. This kind of sums them all up. Gab, Stevie was right. That's it.
What do you want me to say? Stevie's right about what? About which bit?
Everything. The way you should cook steak,
right about
the whole shebang.
Shepherd's
Steak should be
pie.
well done. Shepherd's pie is better than everything else.
No.
Look, the basic point is, I'm not here to defend him. I have no reason. If he doesn't deliver, he should go. There's no argument there. But, and I've said this before, some people seem to struggle with this concept. This is what he does. It's what he's done throughout his career. It's what's brought him success throughout his career. And yeah, before the Muppets come out of the woodwork and say, oh, what has he won? Well, he won, and he started at the very bottom, and he won a whole load of promotions, generally being this way. He's not entirely inflexible in that in the past he has changed his system. He's changed his formation. He's even played with a guy in the hole when he was at Empoli. But he believes that people need to learn his ideas and his system for it to work, and then you can make changes. Okay. And that may not be right for Chelsea. It may not be right at the highest level. I mean, it's as simple as that. But to go out and say, oh, well, you're stupid because you don't play Conte in front of the back four, that's just wrong.
Okay, we talked about this a lot on the show, by the way, so you can check that out. Gab, which players need to be dropped by Chelsea for Sarri ball to work?
With this group of players, wow. I think Alonso's a problem. I'd like to see Emerson get a run in the side. Not that he's any great shakes. I think Christensen as well should be given certainly far more of an opportunity. I think those two are the key element. But most important is you can't have stupid defensive mistakes, which is what cost them. That game. And I think that's something that you need to work on more on the training pitch and figure out how to get your message across to your players.
Can I say something quickly? It's not on that. If there's any tweets come in from now on, and if any tweets say Sarri ball or Sarri system, please veto them.
So Sarri ball's out.
Sarri ball.
That veto list is quite long.
If any tweets come in, Ballon d'Or, if any tweets come in and they say Sarri ball on them, get them out.
Didn't you tweet Sarri ball though earlier?
That's not a question for the show. and that was very sarcastic, as you well know. Although what I did, the one that I did tweet out is how stupid people are. Some people, when I tweet it out and it says, well, it's a good job Aguero missed that sitter, otherwise this game could have been embarrassing.
Yeah.
And somebody tweeted me in no other line said, is 6-0 not embarrassing? I'm like, oh my God, where do I explain sarcasm?
The point was made on the broadcast, Shaka, that this group of players experience similar turmoil, even though they have championship pedigree. Your choice: overhaul the roster or sack the coach?
I'd overhaul the roster. I think Chelsea, with its roster, have been far too inconsistent. Something needs to change. The players are running it. Need a manager to do that.
We get down to the nitty-gritty now. The soccer's out the way. What does Gab think about pizza in New York? And is deep dish pizza from Chicago really pizza? I like deep dish pizza.
All right, just to clarify this, because believe it or not, I haven't asked this before. Pizza is not part of my heritage. I am from Milan. Pizza is from Naples. People in different parts of the world.
Oh, pizza's from Italy, man.
Pizza.
In fact, don't tell me that.
It's not. It's from Naples.
It's not from Naples.
No, it's. Can I finish? It's really specific. And they've added their own. They've added their own things, their own way of making it. Neapolitans will tell you that the only genuine pizza comes from Naples. It is different, I think, but I have no problem. I enjoy New York pizza. I enjoy New Haven pizza, the other the other variety that you have on the East Coast in the U.S., all of that is fine. The only thing I have a serious problem with is pineapple on pizza and bolognese sauce on pizza.
I love a bit of pineapple
and all this
on
other
pizza.
nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah. You come with Gab.
It's just not
Gab
to my
knows
life.
Gab knows his pizza right there.
Look, Gab's
with
not
that
even
one-
from Naples. He just admitted
with
he
that
has no
one-
idea about
He's
pizza.
I'm not from Naples.
Exactly.
He's from closer to Naples than me or you.
So?
So he has higher authority than me and you.
Do you know, Sam, it's quite disgusting
What?
seeing people put pineapple on a pizza.
Delicious, Craig.
It's not delicious.
It
Honestly,
is.
you should.
We do this every year.
I know, but anybody seen with pineapple on a pizza in a restaurant should be taken
What if
outside
I have a
and
pizza
flogged.
and the pineapple spells out Sarri ball?
You're liable for me to come in and club you to death.
With
You know,
said
really.
pizza.
A pineapple on a pizza.
Oh, it's delicious. Shaka, pick one. Goat or fish for the rest of your life?
Oh, fish.
Fish?
Yeah.
Goat or
Saying
fish.
that, I love me some goat.
Yeah. Maybe you need to...
But one for the rest of my life, and I'll be fish.
What do you mean you love some goat?
Meat, the
What's
goat meat.
No,
Goat.
not goat meat.
No?
I
Oh.
don't think so.
How would you describe it? Is it lammy? Is it
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a red meat, so yeah, closer to lamb than anything else. I guess.
It's not red, no.
Well, chicken's
Well,
not. is
chicken's
it?
not, fish isn't.
Fish is not meat.
Red meat
Shaka?
is generally red meat is
Fish is
generally
Shaka.
red. Yes.
Fish is a meat.
Fish is a meat. A fish is a fish.
Shaka, do you like your goat curried?
I do. If I had to choose one,
Yeah.
I would stew it.
I imagine you prefer it dead, no?
Yeah.
That helps.
I wonder if Stevie's ever had goat.
Definitely not. Gab used the sushi analogy in the show. Like Stevie would even set foot in a sushi shop.
That was, yeah.
Best type of pasta sauce.
Ooh,
Best what? Sorry.
Pasta sauce. Best type.
I like one that's called penne amatriciana.
weren't you telling us the other day that you make all your own pasta sauce? You were saying that.
Not all my own sauces,
No?
but I do make some.
Oh.
Fresh.
I have to see that to believe it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I cook a lot.
Gab, you were saying ragu for you, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. No, I like a good amatriciana as well. And look, Craig's correct. Making your own pasta sauce is not particularly difficult. Does not take an enormous amount of effort. And I think apart from maybe some pesto sauces, which are pretty labor intensive, you really should be making most. If you do cook pasta, you really should be making your own sauce.
Have I said that right, Gab? Amatriciana.
Oh, he just wants to say it again.
Oh, yeah.
Have I said that
Amatriciana, yes,
right,
it comes
Gab?
from-
Oh,
You have to put
look
your
at
hand like
me.
this when you say it.
Comes from the town of
Italy.
Amatrice, which is about a half hour's drive from Rome.
You're such a clown. You'd probably put a pineapple on top of that. You would.
Oh, don't give me that. I don't put pineapples on everything.
Heathen.
I think you do. Weirdo.
Guilty.
Do you have a special pasta sauce?
No. Anybody writing about my beard? Have they admired my beard?
No one is they'd marry your beard.
Admire my
Oh,
beard.
admired.
I just thought everybody would be writing about that on
The only
Twitter.
pizzas I like are thin crust.
No, I like deep dish ones.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I like a
It's
deep
got to
dish.
be thin.
No, I like a deep.
That's the
Has to be a really good wood-fired oven and thin.
Neapolitan in me says thin.
No.
No pizza.
No, I like a thick.
I bet if somebody put a really good thin crust pizza cooked brilliantly in front of you, and one out of the supermarket was a big thick thing, you'd go for the big thick thing.
I don't think that's.
Yeah, you would.
That's fair. I think you can appreciate both, like a deep dish,
I'm beginning to think you can't appreciate it.
because I want pineapple on it.
Pineapple on a pizza.
You're not far off Stevie Nicol in your
Oh,
food
don't
choices.
pass in the same category.
You're not
as
far
that.
off Stevie,
We do
you
this
are.
every year. That is it. We'll be
Every
back,
day, hey, try every day.
and we'll be back tomorrow.
Right about my beard.
Shaka's-
Tell how
Shaka's
good my
off.
beard's looking.
That's a surprise.
My beard's
Countdown
looking good.
literally onto your 50th, Shaq.
Huh?
What's it? 8
What?
days to go?
I don't know what you're talking about. Put it off.
50
I've
years.
put it off.
Paused it.
Oh, you need a holiday. Celebrate.
He's having it off. I've seen the schedule.
The reason he didn't change it around was because they were 4-0 down at that point, and in the last 15 minutes, of the first half, and explained this after the game, he thought he saw a reaction. He went out there to press high, to try to be aggressive,
come on,
to
let's
try
stop.
and surprise Man City, and it simply didn't work. And then you're 4-0 down. What are you going to change?
What do you mean what you're going to change? Go to your back three. Play 4-3-4-3. Play 3-5-2. Play 4-5-1. Anything. You can change multitude of things. Please don't tell me. Please don't tell me that he thought they were starting to play better, and that's why he never changed. And you mentioned the mistakes, and there were mistakes. I get that, but that's got nothing to do with the game, right? This was a schooling, right? Even if this game had been 0-0, right, and City hadn't taken their chances, it was a football lesson, right? So I'm flabbergasted that you're sitting there still saying, after the week you had last week arguing with Stevie and the week you had the week before arguing with me about Sarri, you still try to be an apologist for this guy. At 4-0 down, he changed nothing.
I'm not being an apologist, but you know what? Listen. I'm telling you why he does what he does.
And I'm telling you why
he saw a reaction in the last 15 minutes of the first half. Well, that's fine. If it continues like this, then he's going to be fired.
I tell you why I saw a reaction. Craig,
it's a little bit
easy. It was so easy for Manchester City in the last 15 minutes of that first half. That's why he thought he got a reaction. He didn't get a reaction. They switched off, put the slippers on, had lit a big Havana cigar, and were going, "Oh my God, this team are awful." He never got a reaction.
Craig, what I'm telling you is, expecting him to change, to move to a back three, to go and put on Giroud or whatever, another striker, that's a little bit like Stevie going to a sushi restaurant and ordering shepherd's pie. It's not going to work. This is not how he operates. Right. It's not what he does. Okay, he focuses on executing better every time. What I'd be worried about? No, Stevie. Sorry. What I'd be really worried about, if I were Sarri, well, among of the many things, is those defensive errors, those players switching off defensively. That's also a coaching thing. I mean, whether it was Hazard or whether it was Alonso tucking in for the first goal, that's really poor decision making. The rest of the Chelsea side were all in position, and I think he needs to ask himself, why is this happening? Because that to me is just as serious as people going and beating him over the head because of the substitutions or where Conte's playing on the pitch.
Sorry, Shaq. Just one thing. I've never seen a manager so stubborn and ignorant to the fact that he's got a group of players that he might be able to get better results with, if he just chops and changes a little bit, who won't, because he's going to do it his way. Even when it's not working and he's getting absolutely battered, he hasn't got the common sense or the nous that he has to change something because it's a 4-3-3 and it's the Sarri way or it's the highway. Have you ever heard so much nonsense in all your life?
Pep to us, 6-0. It looks perfect. What's your assessment of the day?
Well, incredible week, incredible game. We were lucky to score the first 3 goals because of Sergio missed one, and after the 4-0 they were much better than us. And the second half, after 5-0, it was tough for them, of course, with that result. Mentally it's not easy, but in general we make an incredible performance against Chelsea. So I know very well how they play, how they manipulate, they destroy the opponents. I'm not talking about winning or losing. They take the ball and they play incredible. So that's why I'm very pleased after Arsenal, Goodison Park, few days just to recover that the people prepared so well, and that's why we won.
Because it's Chelsea, because you rate them so highly, does that make it one of your best performances?
Yes. So of course 6 goals against Chelsea in the Premier League, and the way we played in all senses, in set pieces, and we were so attention which we had have to do, and we did it. Incredible compliment to the players. They are outstanding.
As a coach, do you get a sense on the morning of a game? Do you get a feeling that my players are ready for this today?
No, really not. Really not. We spoke this morning. We train a little bit. We make train set pieces. We train some movements if you had the problems in our build-up, and no, really not. No, never think I scored this amount of goals, and especially against Chelsea.
Sergio Aguero continues to make people astonished with his records. Where does he rank in terms of goal scorers, great goal scorers in the game? Where is he? He must be somewhere near the top.
I don't know. I said many times when it's 9th season or 10th season here. I don't know how many seasons, and score every single season a lot of goals have been there. What we could do. So I admire these kind of players, like the consistent, like David, like young players come, other people come, one season, good season, but stay for a long time, that period long, that is fantastic.
And you've gone back to the top of the table tonight. Is that something you look at? We all talk about it, obviously. One's top, the other's top.
No, it's not about that. So top of the league, we have to wait, when Liverpool go to Old Trafford, and after that game, we now have one more game. So if they win that game, they are leaders. So still we are behind in that term. So what important is the performance, is being there, and what is I am proud the most. After what happened last season, I said many times, but I feel that way. What we have done last season, still being there every single game, trying, still there in the position, that means a lot to me, and that means a lot for the club, for the organization, for all the people who's working here. So that's why 11 games, for the other ones 12, 11 games, so we're going to try until the end to retain the title.
Well, Maurizio, where do you start? What do you think after a game like that?
Well, I don't know at the moment, because my feeling during this week was really very good. It was really very good yesterday in the technical meeting, was really very good today during the warm-up, so I don't know. It may be that we considered the goal after 3 minutes. It was really very, very difficult then to play against these opponents. They played really a fantastic football. We had to give them spaces, and so we were in trouble. But I think that the motivation today was good. This is my feeling during the week. So I think that we were not able on the pitch to stay in the match, to stay there 1-0, and then to try to react later. We were not able to do it.
Was it a case of your defending not being good, or was City just too good?
Oh, I think that we made a lot of mistakes against the wrong opponents.
And yet you could have been a goal up yourselves. There was a great chance for you early on.
Molto presto c'è stata un'ottima occasione per voi, magari potevate andare in vantaggio anche voi.
Yes, but I have to analyze the match without I have to analyze what happened on the pitch. And so maybe we were a little bit unlucky, but the situation was that, and so we had to adapt ourselves to the situation, and we had only to stay into the match.
How do you fix this with your players? Do you sit down and watch the game again with them? What is the next step that you take with them?
Oh, first of all, I want to see the match again alone, and then I will decide.
6 points then separate Barca and Real Madrid at the top of the table. Do we have a title race in Spain, gentlemen?
Yes.
We do, don't we?
Ish.
No, we don't.
Well,
Barca have only won 2 of their last 7 matches.
yeah, I mean,
They're pretty much rubbish now. That's it.
I think what we're seeing is a kind of rebirth of Real Madrid more than anything. And whilst it's not a perfect science for them, and it certainly doesn't seem, and they're definitely not as strong as the last couple of years, but we know they're not as bad as what we've seen. We know they're better than that. And he's not been frightened to make changes. And we know the Isco thing, Marcelo's been left out. He was left out again. And the big thing is Benzema's form has been, in general, has been excellent. And, maybe Barca thought it was going to be, Atletico Madrid, and it was going to be a bit of a walk and maybe a bit easy. And now the pressure's back on again. Maybe we're seeing a little wobble from them.
I thought Barca looked a bit tired today.
Yet again, I think this comes down to Lionel Messi. If he stays fit, I don't think Real close the gap on Barcelona at all, or regains his full sharpness. He does that. I see no reason why Barca can go to the Bernabeu and get a result. In which case, that would let all the air out of Real's balloon.
Gab, what do you make of it?
I've written this as well. I'm slightly concerned about Barcelona actually being really Messi dependent over the past months. And you saw it in this game where Messi is just average and isn't Messi-like, and there aren't other people stepping up. That would be my main concern. With Dembele being out as well, Coutinho misfiring, Suarez appearing and disappearing and being inconsistent, that's an issue. And I thought Ter Stegen really saved them here. And you look ahead, the Clásico at the Bernabeu, they lose that, it's 3 points.